What it is? This is your boy A Space coming at you with another spotlight fight. One, two, three. And tonight in the spotlight, Manny Pacquiao. Thank you for all the great moments. Let's go through some right now. We got Manny Pacquiao versus Barrera. I believe these men went at it twice. We also got Manny Pacquiao versus Morales 3. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these fighters went at it 3 times. This was a great trilogy. Believe me, if you haven't watched it, make sure to check it out. We got Manny Pacquiao versus Cotto, another great fighter, and another great fight. Manny Pacquiao versus De La Hoya. Like, this guy has so many people on his resume. It's incredible. You got Manny Pacquiao versus Marquez 4. They went at it 4 times. We're lucky to even have these fighters nowadays go at it once. I remember when he moved up to super welterweight and he took on Margarito. This is an 8 division champion. He also took on Adrian Broner and beat him. He also took on Ricky Hatton and knocked him out. And of course, the fight that so many people were anticipating and waiting for, the Manny Pacquiao versus Mayweather. And as we all know, that was a big disappointment to a lot of people. But we got also Manny Pacquiao versus Keith one-time Thurman. He came back and beat him for the belt. And now we got Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas that just passed. It was not supposed to be Ugas. It was supposed to be Spence. Spence was taken out because of an eye injury, which was a torn retina, which he's about to be out for either 6 months to a year, which is a long time. So he was calling out next. He said that he had whoever won between Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas. I honestly don't think that Manny Pacquiao should fight again. After rewatching this fight a couple of times, you can tell his age was getting to him, but also the fact that the fighter was switched. Any fighter who gets switched last minute, their game plan kind of goes out the window. Why? Because he was training for a southpaw. He's been in camp training from. All of a sudden, you throw in an orthodox fighter. Now it's a different challenge. And Manny Pacquiao's a warrior. That's how I always seen him through fight after fight. When I would go to, we always had a specific house that we would go to. Everybody would throw in their little $5, pick around from a hat, and we would just have fun. That's what I remember as a Manny Pacquiao fan. All those great fights that we would get so hyped about, and it was great. It was great for me during my childhood, and now for me to able to see him fight Ugas in 2021, it was honestly an honor. I don't want to take anything away from him. I don't want to say it's his age they got to him, because 42 is old in the sport of boxing, and look at all the wars he's been in. This is not someone. This man has one of the best resumes in boxing today. So, I'm not going to take nothing away. This is not bashing him. This is thanking him. And honestly, if we get to see him one more time, which I doubt, I hope it is in the Philippines. I hope he does get that rematch with Ugas, and it does happen in the Philippines, because he said it himself. That's where he wants his last fight to be. So if he's able to get that, then that's what I would like to see, or exhibitions. But as far as going up against tough welterweights, killer welterweights such as a Spence, a Crawford, no, even a rematch with Keith Thurman, I don't see him needing these fights. I feel like his legacy is already there. 8 division champion. Like, he's done what he needs to do in the sport of boxing. And as far as passing the torch, maybe he doesn't think Ugas was the right opponent. He came out and said that if he would have trained for him, he might have beat him. So we don't know if there's going to be a rematch. Like I said, if there is, I hope it's in the Philippines. I feel like that'll be a good sending off for Manny Pacquiao instead of the Vegas look. And, I don't think we're ever going to see any other fighter that comes close to Manny Pacquiao in our generation. Why? Because there's so many fighters out here who won't even fight each other one time, let alone 3 or 4 times, regardless of how much money you throw at them, or regardless of how much Twitter back and forth goes on. it always comes down to the whole promotion companies and fighters just not wanting to fight each other. That's how I feel. So during my generation, where I got to see Manny Pacquiao, I got to see De La Hoya, Marquez, Barrera, so many great fighters, Morales, all these great fighters that took it upon themselves to take the challenge and not back down. That's what I'm used to, and that's what I love to see in the sport of boxing. Now we got people who just decide to, say that they're injured, or say that they're mentally ill, and just that's it. That's where it ends, and we can't say much about it because in this society nowadays it's frowned upon, and I feel like we shouldn't say anything. I feel like, it's their business. I'm a fan of boxing first and foremost, so if the warrior doesn't feel up to the challenge, who am I to tell him otherwise? But like I said, much love to Manny Pacquiao. Thank you. If you ever see this video, thank you for all the great moments. Thank you for making boxing such a great sport and putting boxing first. I hope whatever you do next, it pans out to what you want it to be. But this is another video that I'm dropping, and I'm gonna continue to put in work into this YouTube boxing, because I love the sport and I do this on my spare time because I love it. Shout out to all the channels pushing the right narrative, that is love boxing first. And I always hear this whole thing, stay on code, stay on code. But you know what? The real code is stay on the boxing, love boxing first. It doesn't matter what ethnicity, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you're a great boxer and you get in the ring and show that, that's where we should be looking. I mean, nothing else. But shout out to all the channels. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And I'm going to keep bringing you videos. That's what I love doing. And shout out to Black and Brown, man. Always showing me love, shouting me out when he's on his lives. And shout out to my sister, C57, CG fam, all my people on Instagram, all the chat, all the boys. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to my boy Marcos. I'm glad he's doing better from COVID. And everybody stay safe out there. This new Delta variant is crazy. It is, it is infecting so many people and taking lives. So make sure either you get vaccinated. If you don't believe in vaccinations, make sure to just stay safe. Put your mask on, and just love each other, man. Honestly, much love. Space out. Peace.